Hey, so today we're going to go over the S&P 500. This is the futures chart for it, looking at the daily time frame. The previous video I did a couple weeks ago was using the weekly chart, so nothing has really changed regarding what I'm looking for. I'm looking for more downside in the market. I just want to give an update of where it stands and how much further I think we have to go. Basically, any strength in this market, whatever I'm trading, I'm getting out of, selling into profit, and then waiting to buy stuff lower right now. I still think we have definitely a lot more room to the downside for what I'm looking for. So looking at this channel right here, the entry for me, what I look for is when price breaks the blue line right here. You see that blue line right there? That means that's the short entry right there. And so the short we're looking for will be going down to this green line right here. So as you can see, the green line is rising slightly as time goes on. So it will be constantly changing as time goes on, obviously. So you can see it went down there, and then that's just been taking another move up right there. But then recently it started to start a downtrend here. And so what we're looking for is for eventually price to come down here and hit that green line somewhere. So depending on how long it takes, if it drops down tomorrow, the next day, it'd be around 2200-ish around there. If it happens, a year or two from now, you're looking at 2600, something like that. But from the market, it's what about, let's see, markets, the trading days, close days, it's at 39, about 39.44. Still looking at another, what is math here? To 1700 point drop from the levels that it's currently at right now. So that's why I'm being real cautious with anything right there. Anything I do own that I'm looking for the long haul and it's getting cheaper, stuff I like, I'll be picking at it here and there. But since I'm expecting an even greater drop down to it, I'm not investing a lot of money in stuff right now. I'm waiting for a bigger drop to happen. And this looks the same whether it's on the daily chart or on the weekly chart right there, as you can see. So yeah, that's that one right there. Then let me show you a couple other ones right here regarding, where's the object tree? Oh, there it is. Okay, so let's hide this one right here. And then let's go to this one right there. So there's another one right here. Now this one is not a short that has initiated yet. You can see we're using the red semaphore markers right here. There's a high, there's the low, and there's the higher high. So that's just the 1, 2, 3 points that I draw the shift pitchfork levels on for it. So when price breaks this blue line right here, which I believe it eventually will, then again we're coming down here somewhere into where we're looking for price to hit the target, just depending on how long it takes. Again, a sliding scale right here. So if it did it tomorrow, it'd be around 2000-ish, a little over 2000, and then sliding up, so it could even hit around 2000s or maybe the 3000s, 3500s. But unless price just breaks it down and then continues to go up like that, looking for price for this move right here to be lower than what it currently is right now at 39.45. Just went up 50 cents a little from the second ago when I spoke for that one. So this isn't a live trade yet, but we are looking for this one to initiate here as well. And then obviously the downside just going to be on that floating green line down there. All right, let's go to now this. All right, let's hide this one. Hide, and then we'll go to this one. So here is one using just the regular pitchfork right here. Those other two were the shift pitchforks. This one is a lot more of a short-term trade. This is typically what I use when I'm day trading the futures for it, because the shift pitchfork ones I just showed you, those setups right there, those can tend to take, they have definitely a larger profit potential, but they can take a whole lot longer for them to get fulfilled. So for this one right here, this one did initiate and is a live short setup. So the theme for this right now is we're just in a shorts market right now. That's all we're getting, are short setups right here. So that's why I'm being real cautious with everything. So price broke it down, closed below it twice. I look for the two confirmation closes. One, if it closes once and then zooms back up without closing down in there, I don't count that as an entry. So look for two close beneath the yellow line right here. Just highlighting it right there. And so it did that. And now we're looking for the target to be the green line down here somewhere. So the lowest point it could be if price just broke down tomorrow. This is the daily chart. would be 3390.50, but then again it's sliding up as time goes on right there. So looking forward in the short term, medium term, and long term, we're looking for more downside in the market. I'll put the rest of them back on here to really jam up this page right here, but as you can see through all these crazy lines right here, the two we have, there's one of the X's we're looking for right there. There's the short-term exit, the green highlight line right there. And then if or when price breaks this line right here, that blue line that my cursor is going over right there, it breaks that, we'll be looking at that one to come down to this line right here. So right now, nothing but shorts in the market that have initiated in it. Let me show you what it would look like if we are looking for longs in the market. Let me hide these real quick, but nothing has. We need the market to go back up to initiate some highs, obviously, or to initiate some longs. So what I would be looking for a long is, for instance, I could take these three orange, red, orange. Even though that's a red, you have to have an orange to be in there, so that's why it is valid for it. So we just take the regular pitchfork right there, and right there. Oh, look at that. Almost an entry of a long side up there, but not quite. It's funny how that works. You see that happen a lot right there. Look at that. That could have been an entry to go long right here, but it didn't. Price closed just below it, not even on it, and then just rejected it all the way back down. So that's not a live trade right there. But if it did close twice over it, then we would have been looking at, and if it did close twice above it over there, and then created this downward move right there, then they'd be looking good for eventually getting in some longs right there. A lot of profit potential, but unfortunately it did not, so that is not a valid trade. And I'll show you what the difference is between that and using the shift pitchfork, because the shift pitchfork is not going to even come near it for entering into it right there. You see it still ways away from that blue line to entering right there for it to go long. So that would be the only one right there that would have been the closest one, because that's the previous high that we had for it right there, where you have a low, a high, and then a lower low, and then use that for the 1, 2, 3 points to drop for both the pitchfork and the shift pitchfork. So yeah, unfortunately right now, alls we have are shorts in the market right here. So be careful out there. Any strength that is in anything I own, like I mentioned a little bit ago, I'm trying to unload it and looking to buy stuff a whole lot cheaper when price it goes back down. And then I'll do another Bitcoin video here in a little bit, because just like the S&P 500, here's Bitcoin's chart, looking for more weaknesses in Bitcoin. And if we just look at some other stocks here real quick, let's look at Facebook right here. Facebook is actually in a long right here. You can see it had actually, it's not. Never mind. I take that back. It had one close over there, but you see the second bar right there. It went closed down below it right there. So not a long. So definitely looking for it to close one more time above the yellow line right there for it to be long. And it wouldn't be even that. It's not one I would take, just because look how steep that slant is. You want something more horizontal than such a degree of steepness right there. So we got Netflix. See what they're doing up there. Netflix is in a big short right now as well. So here you can see how they broke out of the channel right there. There's a short entry right there. Ever since it's been going straight down. So the entry or the exit for Netflix is almost in. We're looking at somewhere on this green line right here. Let me blow this up a little bit. Look for somewhere on this green line. So right now it's at what, $180. So down here about 125, 126, 127, 120, 30-ish right there. Could be interesting to start nibbling at Netflix a little bit, which full disclosure, I have started doing a little bit, but I am looking for a little bit more downside, and then add to my position there. And I know I did a video about Disney. Let's see what they're at right there. Yep, there's another short entry for Disney. I think I did do a video like that a little bit ago, and my prediction was there's still a whole lot more downside for Disney to come right here. Looking for Disney to go down, into, well, again, this is a sliding scale moving up, anywhere from 24, which would be pretty much tomorrow hitting, all the way, if you're looking for a couple years from now, into the 60s or 70s right there. So yeah, Disney is a stock I am looking to own, but I'm not going to buy it right now. I'm going to look for a little bit more downside to the market, probably in between the $90 to $80 levels, and I'll start nibbling at it. And then when it eventually comes down, and if it does hit below the $80 level and hits the green line down here, then I'll add to my position right there and look for a bounce when that hits. So unfortunately right now in the market, just about everything that's out there, whether it's the S&P 500, whether it's crypto with Bitcoin, some of the major stocks out there, Disney, Netflix, everything is to the downside. So be safe out there and talk to you soon. Bye.